Okay, people, a pretty big moment right here in, just the history of bass music, and for my channel, Nawtystep in particular. The third and final solo Noisia album is right here. We have it right here. It is called Closer. Fourth and final, if you count their collaboration album with Foreign Beggars, I Am Legion. But if it's just solo albums we're looking for, as a Noisia, as a trio, as a triumvirate, yeah, third and final. And this is a bit of a touching moment, guys. This is like easily, I think this might be, well, Pendulum as well, but Pendulum and Noisia, biggest bass groups perhaps of all time, and we've known for a while that they were going to part ways and go down their own paths, if you will. But COVID happened, it delayed everything, their touring, their release of music, and now I think they just came to a bit of a conclusion of like, let's just go out, seeing as COVID just fucked up the touring and everything. Let's just go out with a musical bang, shall we? Let's just put out one more album. And to be fair, it's not a completely new album, as many know. Well, pretty much everyone knows by this point. I think 11 or 12 of these, correct me if I'm wrong, are out already, have been released already. I don't know the actual numbers, if someone could let me know on that. But, around half are new. Okay. 8 already released, 12 are new. Okay, a lot of freshness to dive into in this final Noisia project, and then we're going to get a few that are just like, fuck, I appreciate this is a banger, and we're still going to hear it, and we're going to enjoy it, because we know they are bangers already. I'm looking through the track list, some big names on show. This is just a big project to go out with. It's on Vision, one of their labels, and we're going to get into it right now. As I said, 20 tunes in total, 1 hour, 19 minutes in total. So this is going to be a fat stream of Noisia Appreciation, their final LP. Enough talking from your boy. Kicking off with the opening tune here, an introduction at 53 seconds long called 3. And again, people, if the stream glitches at any point, I hope you can still hear me. I'm just going to keep on running with it. I took 75 gigabytes of files off my computer earlier, so we should be a bit better than usual. Ooh, very enticing. Some classic Noisia horns right there. Oh shit, is it on? Okay, no good. Thought it was on shuffle for a sec. Oh, the musicality is so decent. Oh man. Okay. Mate, how am I almost getting up on the second tune? The first tune, technically. Deary me. Oh my god. It's just so well done. Legit, I mean, you say I'm not going to survive the album. I'll be surprised if I do. I'll be deceased. This is just, without doing too much, it's got so much going for it. Just chipping away, just... Oh, doing a little with a lot. No, doing a lot with a little. Deary me. It just sounds so good. It's just so well made. Oh. The percussion. This is what I mean, man. It's like when you get used to this like level of stuff, this level of. How do you ever settle for like considerably less? Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit down on that, fair enough, but honestly. This is an exhibition in musicality already. Just peep the notes. Oh, chills at the end. My oh my. I'm going to try and be as succinct as possible with these tunes because obviously there are a lot of them. But yeah, cheeky, nifty, cutesy little idea. Yeah, musicality just so warm. Production sensational, very plump and rounded, defined and just polished. It's just like, it's a very good example, like I was saying earlier, of like not doing too much, but it just gives such an impression because everything about it, all the elements are so powerful and they're all existing alongside one another very well. It is it just sounds good. It's not a collider kind of opener in any way. It's not like a like statement maker, emphatic, right, blam in your face. But it's subtly powerful instead. And I suppose this kind of shows the direction that Noisia have gone in over time, taking the outright heaviness of their music back a little bit, going down more chilled routes, avenues that are a bit more like, you know, laid back and just that little bit less full on. And this is just a very good example of that. And the fact that they've opened their final album with a tune like that says a lot. But that is quite, mellow, like you're saying. It's got a bit of a melancholy to it. Just a bit more chilled. As she says it all. Shibuya Pet Store, which has been out a while with the upbeats. We have that next. It's going to be a lot of fun this stream when it comes to the ones that we know already. Just like celebrating these ones and like just having a fun time because we know them, we know what's coming, and we know they're sick. Be a good time to introduce old Biggins. Stop it! That hook, bro. Oh, it's oh, it's so fucking good. Oh. That is genius hook writing right there. Perfect. Fucking hell. It is intoxicating. It is tasty. That is literally... I'm ingesting it, and it's becoming a part of me. Oh, and I just burped it out. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Wum, bum, 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 bum. Just pure flavour. It's one thing having a melody, it's one thing having an idea on top of that, and it's another thing having production and arrangement on top of that as well. Bum, 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 bum. They're just the complete package in pretty much every tune. I agree, I do agree. That little octave higher. Bum 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 bum. Wabba wabba. We're having fun. We're having fun. We are having fun. Mr. Big in the building. Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously one that's been out already for quite a while. Just one of the best little hooks that you're gonna hear in bass music, pretty much. Like, so warm, again, and inviting, but also quite cheeky. It's got that little bit of menace to it. Dum, 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 dum. Like, it teases you in to a dark place that we don't know what is there. But you're scared. You're just that little bit scared, but you also want to go in. You also want to explore, but there's something evil there. and it's luring you in, it's teasing you in. Exactly. When repetition is just used like that, and it plays a part in the drop as well, or the heaviness overall, it is, I mean, that kind of repetition, tying it in, tying a particular idea together through different sections, it can go wrong, but they do it very well. Particularly good in that second drop when it just goes that octave higher with the bap, 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 bap. Man, just stop it, guys. You're killing me out here. That went a bit Scottish for a second. I mean, someone did make the point that, yeah, I mean, the idea doesn't go that far, and I do agree. But when you've got everything else just so on lock, it makes it quite difficult to pull yourself away from it. But don't get me wrong, I do agree. The idea could have gone somewhere else, but I kind of like how consistent it is in using and repeating that little hook through all the different sections, and the interlude sections are very good as well, kind of, toning it down, building it back up, just providing that bit of atmosphere. So it's another top tune. What can I say? Not one of their best, far from it, but it's very solid. Shift with Goat Manu. Here we go.
Captures, in a bizarre kind of way, some of the strange shifts in mind, in consciousness, 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 in mind.
Intro's so decent. Stop. Stop. Why is it still playing? It Okay. Let's rewind that bitch. And I really want to hear that introduction again, Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, you can call it sus, but, we know what that says about you. Where's your mind? In the gutter. I'm actually imitating a turkey, if you gobble, gobble, if you will.
Captures, in a bizarre kind of way, some of the strange shifts in mind, in consciousness, 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 in mind, in consciousness,
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh. Oh my god! Percussion, broski! Oh. In consciousness, in mind. In consciousness, in mind. Oh. Yeah, me when exactly when the what my good lord. Oh, okay. Yum. Ay. Oh god, it's too sick! That's too sick, man! Screaming without the S. Screaming without the S. I mean... Blimey. I'm literally texting my mate right now to tell him that he has to listen to this. This is ludicrous. God, I am loving it. And this eerie little outro as well. Oh yeah. Deary me. Oh, Skrillex collaboration up next. Stop it. I'm gonna die. That tune was sick. It had a lovely outro where it built the tension really well with the in consciousness in mind. It was very frenetic. The drops was some of the best percussion I've ever heard, and it was super guttural but also completely clean. The delivery was sensational. It was very hard hitting but also super controlled. There was just about enough variety between all the different drops, and the heaviness overall was just absolutely sensational. You know, not pushing it too far but really, you know, cutting deep and biting hard with the delivery of it, and the hardness of it was just, you know, the exact right amount given the idea and what it was going for. And it's kind of left me in a frazzled state already, as you can hear from my voice and tell from my motionless face. I mean, we've got a way to go, guys. Like, am I actually gonna not be able to handle this album? Like, are we ever gonna get artistry like this ever again? Are we gonna get any album like this ever again at this kind of level of quality? Even the outro, just that unsettling feeling, leaving you hanging in the balance, just fucking you up. Moving on. Oh dearie me. Can someone explain this to me, please? Why are Tice and Sleepnet mentioned here if they are Noisia? Regardless, Skrillex is involved, and the tune is called Horizon. Oh god, it's 5 minutes. How is this gonna go? In consciousness, in mind. can hear that Skrillex right in there. You can see my face grimacing if you're not on the stream and you're watching this in video form. It's because I'm just looking at this stupid KBS bullshit just go up and down consistently, like constantly while like I'm listening to the tune though. It's interesting so far. Not sure what to I'm not entirely sure what to make of it at the moment, but we've got about halfway to go still, so the percussion is very Skrillex. Very Skrillex. Oh man, I don't think it's a computer issue. I really don't, because like it's been fine before. Or maybe that says it all, but it's annoying because it's distracting me. It's distracting me from, you know, enjoying the music. But, you know, hopefully getting. Oh my god, it's just so annoying. At least I can hear the music. Well, hopefully you can as well. Yes. Oh my god. I can't, there's a part of me that wants to just skip through it just to make sure there wasn't anything I missed. Because the ideas, I wasn't completely sure on. The atmosphere of it is insane. The atmosphere is beautiful. It's all dreamy and ethereal. I love that about it. I'm not massively sure about the ideas. The ideas, like, I don't know if they were quite. I feel like the ideas had more more places to go. It's a cute idea, the whole vocal stabs kind of thing. Again, quite dreamy and ethereal and just quite pretty and glacial almost. And it is a clear combination of the two. That deep, kind of uncertain, like on the edge, Noisia feel in combination with all the Skrillex, like percussion and just execution. I think you can, quite clearly hear that they're working together on that tune. I love how long it is as well. I love the development of it, the different sections and moods and feelings it incorporates. Not to say that there's like a heavy moment or like it completely flips from one thing to another, but it does have a range there of like different moods and emotions, I would say, within a certain kind of overarching feeling running through it. I think it does hinge on those main ideas, the drops. I mean, it feels a bit weird even calling them drops because they're not like heavy per se, considering who we're talking about here. Like, it's a very beautiful tune, but it does hinge on those, and for me, I'm not sure. Again, it's a tune between Skrillex and Noisia. I'm not sure just pushes quite far enough. I feel like I expect just a little bit more, not gonna lie. You know, again, it does have that prettiness to it. It is quite nice on the ear. The production here is amazing. Again, love the range of sections we get, how long it is, but in those focal points, am I like, yeah, like shit. This is them like kick it off. This is them like really going above and beyond as a combination of producers. I don't know, but it's probably going to be one that grows on me quite a bit. So, you know, there's that. I look forward to that potentially happening at some point. Next up, we have one of my favourite tunes of, is it 2020? Must be 2020. But yeah, Cleansing with Former is one of my tunes of that year. I think it must be that year. It wasn't last year, so it must be the year before. But yeah, absolutely love this tune. It's sensational, and I want to hear it right now. Interesting to have it come directly after the Skrillex collab we've just had. But yeah, cool. Let's check it out. I love this song. Big love to everyone in the chat. Everyone keeping with me on the audio front. Love that. Big ups to you all. Hope you're, enjoying it even still. It's a shame about the other thing, the visual aspect of it, but I have no idea what is wrong. I don't know what happens. Internet is running completely fine. Mate, this song is so good. Mate, so decent. See, I could stop the stream and then restart it, but I really don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Not gonna lie. It's so good. So good. It's true. I think someone was saying it earlier. They make you so uneasy in the best way. Like it really unsettles you, but it's so enticing and so inviting at the same time. It's just like, ugh. It's like something that you know is bad, so bad it's good. Yep, I love this song. I've said what I've had to say about this banger. Well, it's not really a banger, but you know, it's just as good as it gets for me. It's up there with their best tunes, which is saying something. They've put out a lot of tunes in the past, of course, but that one, I just love it. Unnerving, just a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, the musicality is perfect, the production, the atmosphere, yeah, just everything. It's a story, that tune, in and of itself, you know. You see a progression to it, you see a development. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Just love that one. Can't say enough good things about it. The production as well. And it's just that good mix of Noisia and just the weirdness of Former. Like, Former is just great. We are on Foundations with Mephius. Okay, encouraging introduction. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, okay. Oi. Yeah, it's a solid one, isn't it? It is a solid one. It's not incredible. It's not like, you know, completely attention grabbing. Well, I suppose it is though with the production. But the ideas are alright. They're just fine. Like, excusez-moi. it's just very clean, isn't it? Yet again. Yet again. Do. I have to admit, through the title, I hadn't remembered it was an old tune. And I think it's one of those that didn't leave quite that big an impression on me for me to have forgotten that. But it is a solid cut. Certainly not the best you're going to hear from either Mephius or Noisia, but it's still good. It's just solid. I mean, if this is like one of their lesser good tunes, then that just tells you about the standards of both, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Little ideas, little motifs here and there, production sensational. Pew. Having that little thing again just running through it, that little bit of repetition. Just top drawer. Works for it very well. Pretty simple tune, to the point. Doesn't branch out too far conceptually, so knows what it's good for. Just solid, running with a little motif, like I said, and that makes up the idea. Not putting itself out there, really, particularly. Not showy in any way. Yeah, one of the more stripped back and minimal of the tunes from each act there. So yeah, that is that one from Mephius and Noisia. Next up we have Scrapped, track number 8. I think it's time to whip out... I was going to say it's time to whip out the banana, but I know that you guys would have absolutely run amok with that. I mean, I've said it now, so, you know, make of that what you will. Oh shit, yeah, is this the first... the first solo Noisia tune here. Blimey. That's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Oi. Okay. Some of the comments from you lot, bloody hell. See. Imagine if all along Cristiano Ronaldo was a part of Noisia. The attention to detail is just absolutely... Like, how long do you have to practice making music to be able to make something like that? Just asking for a friend. Down and dirty, grisly, evil, gravelly, earthy, all that kind of thing just gets right under your skin. So, yeah, that one cuts deep. I enjoyed that. The first solo cut on the album. up to this point, as someone pointed out earlier, which is interesting. Yes, really enjoying how that one's put together. Just so, it's gravelly and it's finely cut at the same time. Like, it's very intricate and detailed, and you can hear the sounds individually very well. But then at the same time, it's just got that really like gravelly, earthy, like I said, just interesting that is the first solo one. 8 tracks in, that is just very interesting, I think. But again, it was kind of like the Mephius before it, snappy, to the point, didn't do too much, but knew what it was good for, and just some of the background touches, my god, very, very on point, just to keep the track ticking along, because they aren't the most, they aren't outlandish ideas, they're not ones to stick in the memory in any way, but it just, the way that they embellish a simple idea is masterful yet again. There, top notch. Shutters is next up, track number 9. Well, maybe I should whip out an orange as well. Making them look like eggs again. Oh my days, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, this introduction's fucking me up. Damn, very out of left field, this one. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Oh, okay, interesting. A very nice little midway point there. Like I said, out of left field. A lot of very nifty and tricksy sound usage there. Yeah, it was quite invasive in feel. Had a bit of a dagger-like approach to it, and it felt quite extraterrestrial as well. I think it maybe could have had a little bit more of an idea, but then again, it does have those little bits that it just returns to and frames the song around. And the production is very good, makes the song quite dagger-like, which I enjoy quite a lot. As album interludes and intermissions go, I think it's pretty sick. Yeah, just a different way of unleashing the Noisia sound at that point in the album. Something to just bring it down a notch while still retaining the menace and the just savagery, I suppose, of their music in quite an effective way. So that was good. Okay, next up we have Halcyon with the upbeats again featuring second the upbeats feature here. Let's get into it. Halcyon, track number 10. God, we've still got a while to go yet. But this orange is getting me through. Yeah, this one's been out a while, hasn't it? remember that very well. Oh yeah, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, I remember it well. I remember it well. God, it's just so well made and so well done. Fucking hell. Bam bam. Bam bam. Bam bam. Yes, that. Yeah. Oh, I did. I feel like I did a live review of this tune years ago. That is just. That inclusion. What the fuck? Yeah, this album warrants a standalone tweet from your boy. It just does. Oh yes. Yep. Yep. I enjoy this tune muchly. Oh, it's a long one. 6 minutes. I forgot how long it is. Yep. banana and oranges consumed. It's giving me a bit more, it's perked me up a little bit. It just gives you hope, doesn't it? It gives you hope and then it plunges you right back into the shit show. Another one that has been out quite a while and we love it. Fantastic little bits of melody and motifs that are repeated in that tune. Just so good. The development of it, that outro at the end, how it transitions from one section to another. Expertly done. Yeah. It's been out for quite a while. I think I will direct you to my... I'm pretty sure I did a live review of that tune. I could be wrong, but I remember being in my chair doing one of them. Noisia, they got the production on lock. They got the mastering, the mixing, blah, blah, blah. But they've also got catchy ideas and hooks and melodies and all that kind of thing. And that's what keeps you going back. That is why they are goats in their field, you know. Just so well done. I'm kind of running out of superlatives here. I'm wary of just saying the same things for each one, but you know, one thing I will mention, that switch up into from D&B into a bit of a speed house leaning situation just doesn't put a foot wrong. There isn't, like, you know, maybe obviously they have tunes that are better, but for what they're going for, it doesn't really put a foot wrong, if you know what I mean. So yeah, just another good song basically. Wordless with Halogenics is up next. Okay. Yeah, a bit of liquid, you know. A little bit liquidy. Okay. Oh yeah, this is very pleasant, isn't it? This is just sweet and soothing and lush and lovely. And you need tunes. If you're going to make a 20-track album, you need tunes like this just to provide a little dynamic and a bit of emotion variety. Gosh, just so masterfully managed. Every transition is just so seamless, like... It still has that little bit of uncertainty about it, doesn't it? Like the musicality. Yeah, it's telling a story still. it's not like it's leaving you guessing. I think this is the power of their music. Like, their melodies ask you questions. That went into that a little bit too quickly for my liking. I think that midsection could have been a little bit longer. Still, I mean, these bits are just super pleasant, you know, obviously. Hospital Records kind of vibe. Yeah, it's a biggin. It's a biggin. If you're wondering, is that tea cold? You're not fully right, but you're basically right, yeah. Okay, beautiful, soothing tune. Depends on what you want to get from Noisia, but if you appreciate, you know, something a bit lighter from them, not often, if ever, that we hear them go down that light and chilled of a route. Very liquidy, had a soothing, just blissful feel to it. Walking through a summery field, all the blossoms and the hay fever that comes with that, of course. And yeah, just it had that bit in the middle, the midsection, which could have been longer, but I think it did do a good job of just contextualizing the heavier moments and giving it a bit of uncertainty, like allowing the story to progress further and just allowing the listener to ask questions and wonder about what's actually going down here. It's not all plain sailing. You know, they really do a good job of luring you in and making you feel comfortable, and then out of nowhere, oh, it feels a little bit uneasy. Like, oh, I'm not quite sure where we are here. Something's going down. A nice tune. It's not going to be one of the standouts of this album, but you feel like you kind of need it to put everything else into perspective and just provide that chilled moment at this point, you know, just over halfway through. So yeah, a nice tune. A nice tune. Next up we have another, what I assume is another interlude kind of moment here called Told You, which is 1 minute and 20 seconds long. I like that. I like that at the end. I mean, maybe I should just keep going, but that I feel like that was worthy of comment as well, like the last one, the last interlude we got. Yeah, I loved the way it wound down at the end there. Just, again, that thing of keeping you guessing. Not sure what's going to come next. I love the clockwork delivery of that instrumental as well. Just, you know, really almost twisted, but not quite, you know. It's very much that thing again of making you a bit uneasy, getting under your skin, leaving you wondering what is going on. It's going to feel like a bit of a loving, I think, this stream. It's going to feel like maybe, oh, Connor, he's just saying positive stuff, but I can't muster up like negative things to say about this music. I just can't. Like, it feels not wrong, but it just feels a bit misguided commenting on the bad stuff because I can't find it. Weirdly enough, I mean, the only idea here so far that's felt notably ineffective considering who's involved is the Skrillex collaboration, Horizon. But the rest are just very solid music for what they're going for. It just sounds good. I mean, it's Noisia, for fuck's sake. Like, am I surprised? Anyway, moving on. We have track number 13, which has been out a while as well. Genghis with Two Fingers. Gonna vibe out to this one. I've heard it many a time. So fucking intricate. I love it when this comes in. It's so tribal. I love it. Oh. Man, the construction of this album is pretty sick, to be fair. Like the track listing as well. Given the ones that we know of already. Is there a phone going off in the background? No, my phone's right here. It's not doing anything, to be honest. Oh, unless it's his phone or their phone going off. It is a song, yeah. It'll be the song. Oh. Let's hope he doesn't read the chat. What's being said? Nothing important, okay. I'll find it when I look back over the video. Oh right. Something unnecessarily sexual or something like that, I imagine. Oh right, 2 fingers, yeah. Dear. This is like in Alien, right? When you got that massive egg, and the alien is just kind of bursting out of it. Oh, Stasic in the chat. What are you saying? God, this stream's been quite long, hasn't it? Bloody hell, we've been going on. Because the album's long, but also we've had the fuck up, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, known of and loved that song for ages now. The tribal feel of it, the primal feel of it. It's a beast of a tune without, again, being completely over the top with the heaviness and the monstrous feel of it. Do you know what I mean? Like it just feels like it's surrounding and engulfing you. It feels very threatening with the atmosphere and those horns and those it's kind of laying and hovering over the top. You can clip that bitch, I'll tell you that for nothing. But yes, a good tune, just another fucking good tune. Like, they're all good, what do you want me to say? There's variety aplenty, the production's amazing, the ideas are sick. A lot of them are collaborations as well, so we've got literally 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 people working on these tunes together. Well, maybe not 7, maybe that's a bit of a push, but still. Come on. Do me a favour, Noisia, and make a shit tune. Give me something else to say. Pleasure Model with Former is next up. A tune that's also been out for quite a while, and that is also sick. Oh, God. It's annoying. Stop being so good. Make a shit tune. Go on, I dare you. Make a shit one. Imagine a world. Imagine a timeline with a shit, Noisia mixdown. You can't. You can't imagine it. Former's just so weird, man. In terms of how slow it is, I agree, it could be a good closer, but I think for a closer you'd need a bit more, something a bit more emotional for them. No spoilers, no spoilers. Something a bit more melancholic and reflective than something this weird. Oh man, it's just... Yes, I mean, we know already that Noisia and Former is a bit of a weird, unsettling combination, and we got a bit more of that there. Again, that tune's been out quite a while, so we all know what it's about. If you haven't heard it before just then, would love to know what you think in the chat about that tune. Do let me know, do let us all know. We'll always prefer Cleansing to Pleasure Model, but I mean, Pleasure Model is still fantastic. Again, just that thing of making you feel so uncomfortable, crafting a story. It's just the patience with which it's constructed as well. They could have gone off in so many random directions with that one and it wouldn't have quite fit and it would have felt a bit forced, but that one is just like a slow burner and it slowly just entangles you in its uncomfortable wrath. Next up we have Deep Down with Face, another that has been out a while. Here we go. I've been totting up actually. Are you sure it's 8 tunes that are like the ones that have been already released? Are you sure it's only 8? Because it feels like it's been more. Anyway. Just the attention to detail, like the manipulation of every single sound. Big ups to Heartnimations? Heartnimations. I have nothing to add here, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to take a piss. Mr. Big has gone right through me. I'm going to leave this song for all of you, and we're going to return. I'd forgotten this one. I had forgotten this one. I mean. That was the longest piss I've ever taken in my life. I've forgotten that middle bit, to be fair. That more guttural bit. But yeah, that was good. Well, that was good. That is good. It's been out for ages, Connor. Noisia, Face. Just what do you expect, really? Top draw. I think from here on in, maybe apart from the hole, but it's all. Is it all? It's all new stuff from here, isn't it? First up in this final few, we have Simplon with Bossai. I know you're going to make a joke out of that as well. I can just tell it, I can just feel it, I can hear it. Here we go. That little ticking away. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Man, it's just so well put together. It's just... Okay, okay. Oh, speeding up again and again and again. I must admit, this is not one of my favourites on the album. But, you know, what is that actually saying? Because the standard is so high. I just don't think it's up there with my absolute picks on the LP. Just my take, but I think the release of each one was... The release of each drop, you know, it's still very good, but there was something just a little bit off about those like grungy sounds that we got lying at the bottom of each bit of heaviness. Just that little bit too grating, where other sounds like that before in the album, that bit more cleanliness to them. I don't know. Just my first time hearing it, and you know, it could be different when I hear it again, but there was something about the transition into each drop that didn't have quite the same impact as other ones. Well, the vast majority of other ones we've got here. Not statement making ideas, just little things that they go back to again and again and again. Whereas Outer Edges, I think, is framed a little bit, well, a lot more around centerpiece, in your face, attention grabbing kind of ideas. Whereas, you know, this album is very much a showcase of where Noisia have taken their sound. Like I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, just toning it down a bit, maturing it in a way, keeping the production quality and all the good stuff that they're known for and renowned for, but just toning it down that little bit. That is we've got a lot of that on this album for sure. Caps Lock is next up, track number 17 with Black Sun Empire. Just gonna have a little huff of this orange peel. Oh Christ. Ooh, that's good. They could have made a whole album out of the new tunes, do you know what I mean? It's a proper album still. It's not as if they're just adding songs. like a few here and there. Like they could have made a whole album out of the 12 tunes that are completely new here. Ooh. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Basic. The idea of not having them on, it's like for their final album, they wanted to get all the big guns on it, on their album, on their final one, do you know what I mean? Ooh, ooh. Cutting deep. Interesting. Best mixdown. Okay, that is interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I had no idea. Ooh. Oh, that fucking snare! The range of percussion is just absolutely unmatched. Oh, God. You know, people always say to me, you know, why'd you talk about snares so much? And they've made a meme out of it. Completely fair. Completely fair. I do like to talk about them. But when you hear them so good like this, how, I said it earlier, like how do you settle for ones that just don't hit the mark? How? When you're aware of how good they can be and how important they are, how do you settle for how do you settle for ones that are just below par? You can hear how good that sounds. Why don't you want to hear that with every tune? Not one of the craziest ideas for sure on the album, but it's another solid tune. What can I say? It's another perfect example of knows exactly what it's good for. Runs with it. It's a good combination of two trios. 6 people made that tune. That's quite something, isn't it? And I love the whole... well, they weren't horns, but they were like... It had that kind of flavour, that... So yeah, it's got that flavour running through it. It's just another good tune, really. Yeah, I can't say much more about it than that. I think initially when the heaviness came in, I was like, ooh... Is it maybe lacking something? But then those swipes comes in. So there was that little moment where it's a little bit sparse and it didn't have, you know, it was quite empty feeling. But then it comes in with those swipes and it just picks up more and more as it goes on. And it sounds like a combination of the two as well. What can I say? Skrillex collaboration number 2. Well, number 3 actually, if we're talking about overall. With Josh Pan and Dylan Brady. This is the VIP of Supersonic. It wasn't massive on the original. Wasn't massive on the original.
Supersonic, my existence can't resist us. Clearly I find myself living inside a shell. All of these pages can't help. Got all my introspect, mirrors they don't reflect all of the things that we do. My existence. Supersonic, my existence can't resist it. Can't resist it. Supersonic.
Wee. Certified banger.
To the nation, all religion, supersonic, my existence.
I'm not gonna lie, I just don't like the vocal. I just can't get behind the vocal. I don't know why, it's just not clicking with me. Why? I don't like the I don't like the voice. I don't like it's Josh Pan that doing that, isn't it? Or is it Dylan Brady? I just don't like the tone of the voice and the delivery. The lyrics are. I don't want to, I don't want people to stop enjoying it as a result of me saying this. Absolutely not. I know a lot of you love it, and I want to keep it that way. But for me, it just doesn't click. So the first half of that, that's just basically repeated from the original, and I don't really feel it. I don't like it. I don't really think the drop does anything. Second drop with that little D&B pickup, that was it kind of feels like, someone said it earlier, it kind of feels like something they hashed out very quickly just to make a VIP of it for the sake of it and slap it on the album, which is okay. You can do that, absolutely, but it does feel like a bit of an add-on. Let's just turn it into a D&B. Let's just unleash it in a D&B format just to get the VIP out there, kind of thing. Yeah, keep it coming. Keep all the words coming. Unfaithful. Unfaithful to Noisia and Skrillex and the boys for that opinion. Penultimately, finally, we're at the penultimate cut. Dearie me. You watch your language, sunshine. Penultimately, we have the whole part 1. The whole of part 1. Bloody hell, I'm pretty tired now. I think I'll stream again on Monday. If not, then Tuesday. Now this is what I call a penultimate cut. This is what I call a penultimate cut. Just drums leading into the outro. There has to be a part 2 at some point, surely. Might be part of a bigger plan, who knows? Percussion, just it is just so well done. The bottles clacking together. Can you imagine them just a doing, 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 little strings, and they're just all like clacking them together. Beautiful. Just the control of everything. So measured and composed. C'est magnifique. If this comes out in a vinyl, it's game over. They're gonna be millionaires, bro, because I'm gonna buy all of them. I kind of just want to leave it. I'm gonna let it keep going because I think it's gonna fade into the next one. Please do. Go on. Oh no, not quite, but here we go. The final tune on the final Noisia album. Was this the tune that was in the little teaser with the little white speck in the middle? Yeah. I thought I remembered it from somewhere. Oh god, I'm spent. I'm spent, peeps. What a journey. Goodbye, Noisia indeed. Oh, just pressed pause there by mistake. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Where to begin? Where to begin and where to end? This is Noisia, guys. This is it. This is a culmination of everything we've known them for. All the good that we have got from their music over the years. All the enjoyment that they have brought us through our ear holes. Whether it be through headphones, earphones, huge speaker system, live environment. The amount they've given us and provided for this scene overall, it's very much a shutting doors moment for one of, if not the best, bass group to ever do it. Pendulum aside, you know. Ah man, it's quite a moment here. You know, when an artist, be it a group or an individual, when they change a scene and a culture so much and they inspire so many people, you just have to sit back and laud and appreciate and champion everything about who they are and what they've done. And it can't be taken lightly, just the amount that they have done, you know. Think about the amount of time, 22 years, just think about how long that is. I mean, I would have been alive, but a lot of you guys wouldn't have been. The longevity, the consistency, the duration, through their albums, through their EPs, through their standalone singles, all the collaborations, the remixes, like, the idea that they're stopping for good is, it's a lot. Because you look to these kind of people to just be like, you know, reliable for providing that quality within bass music. How many have we got left doing that as regularly as that, at that quality? Not too many. As for the album itself, like I've said before, it is very much a reflection of where their sound has gone in the last few years, which is not surprising because a lot of those tunes are on this album. Production is almost completely immaculate. The arrangement, how these songs are paced, the pacing of the album as well. We are witnessing just complete experts in their field right here, just killing it, track to track. They just know exactly what to do, how to evoke emotion, and make the tunes sound good along the way. So it's expert stuff. I'm not gonna talk too much more about it. I've only heard it once, so when it comes to giving favourites and that, I'm not entirely sure which ones are, but you know, at the moment the Amanu stood out a lot. Cleansing is of course fantastic. Of the older ones, Scrapped was very good from what I remember. They're all just so solid. They're all like at least a 7, which is high. I mean that is high. I mean 7 verging on 8, all of them. Quite a few of them are 9s, you know. So it's like, it's just oozing quality. I'll be giving other thoughts on this album on Patreon, and who knows, maybe I'll be making a Noisia video of some sort in the future, a video essay. I know a few people have asked me about that, but got to get the thoughts together, got to formulate that video and that script. But yes, quite a project to sign off here from the Dutch trio.